Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 8 of our Bronze Silver Overdrive League. I am Chief, and I am joined today by Alk Battery.
Hey everybody. Sorry for if you guys are expecting someone else. I'm filling in last second, but no worries.
That's okay. I'm used to casting with you anyway.
Yeah.
And today we're playing. It's called. Did they pronounce it OwO?
No, it's like that OwO. It's that
OwO.
yeah,
OwO. That's different.
OwO. Exactly. It's pretty edgy, but I mean.
Well, it is going to be OwO versus Illumination. I think I've seen Illumination play. I've never seen OwO play, although I do recognize one name on their team.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if we take a look at the standings, I mean, they're 1-3, but that's before getting fixed for results, as they have suffered 2 losses tonight. So, yeah, it's not looking too good for them. They're probably not doing too well, at least mentally. But Elimination Valiant, they're doing pretty well tonight. Obviously, they are in the top of the league, 14-1, even above the other 2 teams that are tied for second place. And again, though, they have also suffered a loss today against Gangsters. So both these teams are not looking.
Is that the
amazing.
legendary jungle Twitch I see?
Yeah, probably not. I would assume it might be though. I've seen Bisharp. I've seen Illumination Valiant. They've put on a pretty great show for the most part, but Bisharp's a pretty great carry player, so I wouldn't expect the Jacks to go jungle. Anything can happen though.
Yeah, but as we are gonna very quickly go through these bans that they did choose. On the side of Illumination, they banned out Syndra, Illaoi, and Rakan. And then for the side of OwO, they banned out their Misfortune, Camille, and Jin. OwO definitely being a little more aimed at the dens there, wanting to get him out of there.
Oh god, they let Zoe through.
Wait, isn't that guy like a Zoe main?
Well, I mean, Rune Mage we've seen before. He's a pretty good mid player, and picking up something like a Zoe just allows him to carry very, very hard.
I don't like Zoe at all, ever.
I love Zoe. I think she's a fun champion. I think that, she's a very feast or famine champion, and there's a couple of things that I think need to be tweaked with her, but I'm personally of the mindset that, having a Zoe in the game makes a really fun and interesting one to watch.
I just hope this Twerk Master is ready to get one shot. It does look like we're seeing a couple jungle bans going on from OwO. Warwick and Cringed both being banned out. I feel like they already picked their jungler, but the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh,
obviously.
Okay, so we might see Dens pick this up in the bot lane. I mean, Yasuo is still pretty strong down there, and with some AD itemization changes, but it looks like it is going to switch to the Thresh.
It's AD Thresh.
No, it's definitely. Possibly.
They're throwing us a loop, but we're not going to see Varus get picked up on the side of OwO. It looks like they're going to go for that, maybe more of a poke lane.
Well, yeah, with the Varus, we do see the lethality build being picked up by a lot of people. It looks like we might see even a brand support.
That is definitely a poke lane.
Yeah, especially with that lethality. We could also just still see the regular Bork into Rageblade, that kind of build, but I'm interested to see just what this last pick is going to be. It's probably going to be their jungle pick. Against something like an Amumu, I'd probably like to see another tank, but something like, a Trundle could also work against something like the Gnar.
I knew it! It's Twitch jungle! I knew it!
You can't say you knew it if you called Jack's jungle.
No, I didn't. I said Twitch.
Nah.
I said the legendary Twitch jungle is happening.
Oh no. All right.
Well, I'm excited now. I love this. I love this already.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, the Twitch is gonna have a really hard time against the Mumu until later on in the game. I mean, the press the attack is gonna do. I mean, that's assuming he does take press the attack, but Mumu gets pretty tanky and definitely puts down a lot of damage earlier into the game. But if this Twitch is able to make it to the late game, I'm very scared for OwO's team comp.
I don't know. Even though Illumination looks squishy, they are definitely not. Because of that Jax or that Thresh, they're good enough at, I guess, deleting people, and Thresh just kind of sits there in the back. Then I don't think they're going to have any issues.
I'm more worried for this Jax. I mean, there's a lot of things that'll keep him out of fights. I mean, we have something like a Malzahar who can just hit you with the Nethergrass ultimate, and it kind of just makes it really hard for Jax to stay there. I mean, we have the Varus who can hit the ultimate as well. Just a lot of things on the side of OwO which would very much dissuade Jax from
I feel
jumping
like
in.
I feel like their CC needs to be a little spread out there. Like their Mumu ult, I think, would be enough to deal with the Jax, and adding on his bandage toss, and maybe the Varus will focus his ult on someone more like the Twitch when he pops out to stop him from advancing too much.
I'm very worried for OwO's team fight because I mean, I'm worried for Illumination's team comp. They have a very squishy one, and considering the fact that, well, we do see that the Gnar has picked Ignite instead of TP, so that is an interesting fact there. But I'm very worried for that they have some pretty mixed damage when it comes to like what they want to do objectively. Like the Zoe's looking to poke. Caitlyn is looking to try and just slowly whittle you down. I mean, even alongside this, the Zoe, abusing the long ranges. But this Thresh and this Jax are looking to get those really good engagements, and Twitch is kind of looking for an easy setup. So, I mean, it does look like they do have their poke set up so they can make sure that when the engage does happen, Twitch has, some free health bars to hit on. It does look like OwO went for a little bit more of a traditional team comp and with more engagement tools. I mean, everyone on that team, everyone on the side of OwO has a hard CC.
Yeah, that's true. That's always a scary thing.
Anyway.
That's always a scary thing too when you have a team that's full of CC because the CC train has no brakes.
Yeah. I want to see how this top lane matchup goes. Obviously, with no TP, Mystic Pink on this Gnar is looking to get as much of an advantage early as possible. Don't just make sure that, by the way, you quit spectating soon and then watch if you have us added, or just go into NAOPGG and watch it from there because there's a spectating bug.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
There's a spectating bug, so it might be a little bit difficult to watch the game if we do that. You'll get kicked out, and then it'll keep crashing, and you won't be able to watch the game.
Oh.
Or if you just get into it in the first time, then I guess boom, you're a legend. But there's a spectating bug that has been known on this patch. I don't know why it happened all of a sudden. Lobbies for custom games have been kind of buggy. Really misfortunate, but anyway, I mean, going into the game though, I mean, OwO is definitely looking for to prove something. They are not doing amazingly right now. They're 1-5, and Elimination Valiant, while not being being the top team, they have lost before to a couple of bottom teams. The first one that comes to mind was when I helped cast their game against Minior Gaming Galaxy. They weren't expected to win. This was a brand new team that had come in, and Elimination Valiant was had recently taken some losses and gotten rid of their perfect streak, but they were doing really, really well in all of their games, so definitely not the favorites. And We watched them take a really risky team composition with a Sivir top lane, and it ended up just not working. Their early game was pretty amazing, but the late game team fights just weren't there for them, and they ended up losing to a brand new team that had been made. So while Illumination is at the top, they're definitely not, they're not untouchable.
Did they make the game private?
No.
Because I can't actually spectate.
If you go to, just go through NAOPG. Does it show through there?
Yeah, I'm looking at someone right now.
And then you could just go to live game and then watch it from there. I don't know if.
Oh wait, there you go. I got it.
All right. We are still loading into game, so.
That's a weird bug.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty annoying bug to have. Something I like already is the Gnar taking the Airy, the summon Airy. It's something that allows you to really get those poke lanes off. You are against something like, unable to download spectator data. The game will now exit. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, don't worry. So, the summoner Airy, I definitely think Illumination is throwing games, dude. It's like a New York Excelsior from Overwatch League throwing so hard that they did end up not getting to playoffs. So, but yeah, OwO with the Gnar, I definitely like the Airy because it allows you to have that poke lane, and I really want to see a split push Gnar build because those kinds of builds are really interesting for 1v1s. Sorry, I don't know why I have like a stuffy nose, but with the split push Gnar, you're never looking to team fight, obviously, and since he has something like the Ignite, it allows him to have a lot of lane pressure and creates a really awkward situation where it might need from Illumination to send multiple people.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the traditional sending the top laner with teleport.
Yeah, some people have found that, the TP does require a lot of team coordination, and if you're just an aggressive player and you think that you can get away with taking Ignite, the nerf to the TP the patch before on 8.15, 8.14, it is, it's definitely affecting some people differently. Just to take a look at the map, though, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. They have a pretty aggressive setup on the side of Illumination, so they might go for some cheese level 1.
Oh, they're definitely doing it. Or they're going to walk right into it. Mistress Illaoi has no idea they're there.
Oh, no.
It's just going to add on to the damage. The flash coming down from the dens. And now here comes Grimm's flash as well. But now...
Oh, this is a turn now.
Mystic Trader as they just absolutely melt the dens.
Yeah, so there was a critical error there, and it was
chasing.
The Thresh Flay went backwards and didn't pull them into the 2 traps that Grim Lobo had already set up with inside the bush. So there was no hard CC to land there, and there was no route that came down, which really hurt the gank there, or the cheese.
I feel like if your cheese doesn't work immediately, you just need to back off, though. Like, they kept chasing the cheese, knowing that the jungler was possibly right there.
Yeah, definitely after it doesn't work in Tribush, you want to just back. And, Mistress Illaoi only blew Flash. There was no other sums blown from OwO, while Grim Lobo doesn't have Flash. The Dens doesn't have either of his sums, and First Blood goes straight to Varus. It's pretty feels bad already.
Yeah, it's a rough game now, as First Blood goes down in the first minute. But things do seem to quiet down pretty quickly here.
Yeah, already, Chazaraz has complete control of the bot side right now, as he does have the Scuttle, and it looks like they're going for a gank now.
Oh, wait, actually, Chazaraz is going in for a gank here. He's gonna just completely... Wow, that's actually a lot of damage going on to Illaoi. I don't think they were respecting the damage that Twitch could do, as they could have probably escaped there. A great hook is going to land, though, from the dens and finish off that kill, getting the Caitlyn and the Twitch a kill. Now Chazaraz and Grim both having a kill in their pockets.
Yeah, being a little bit conservative with the flash there. I think flashing the Twitch hook, or the Thresh hook is pretty important. Rune Mage,
Going for the tower dive. Not gonna
Ooh.
make it.
So close.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, they should have probably backed off in that bot lane. Because now they just kind of gave 2 kills. But we are gonna see the Rune Mage getting caught out in the jungle, almost dying.
Double flashes.
Yeah, having to expand that flash.
Ooh, something I like already is that you know the Rune Mage has picked up the Hextech Flash. It does proc your Spell Thief, so it gives you some movement speed and even gives you a possibility to abuse your Q. There are some tricks that we're seeing in Bjergsen's how to play Zoe video that he showed with the Hex Flash, and you can do some really cool tricks with Paddle Star and even just getting some movement speed damage.
Oh, wait a minute, but we're seeing
top lane.
Yeah, we're seeing now Chaz come up top lane as the Mega Gnar is going to run out on Mystic Pink. I think they might tower dive. Now Chaz is going to flash into the tower. That was a little questionable.
Yeah, I mean, blowing the flash, thinking that he had enough damage. The Pressy attack had gone down, so it was expecting just a little bit more with that red buff that he did have, or the, yeah. Interested with this back, I would have liked to have seen a challenging smite from Chaz. He has defaulted to go with a with double dagger and a refillable potion or hunter's potion.
That's
but
oh, that's another
Vanish
trap from the
Toss.
dens. Wow. And that is the CC trade as Captain gets caught out just bleeding. But wow, the stun is going to land onto Grim. Thankfully, there is a trap there for him. Bandage Toss going to miss. But now here comes the Dens, and he's going to go right in between them. Suddenly, Mystic Illaoi has the upper hand.
Yeah, not a huge fan. I mean, the Mumu is doing quite fine for right now, but the double Bandage Toss miss there was pretty instrumental to the. I think if he does land the Bandage Toss there, I think Grim Lobo gets to the health he is now, but a lot earlier, and maybe we see Captain Complicated go down with even an assist. But
well, the problem is that Captain kind of walked into a trap, sadly. But wow, we're actually seeing Bishop get really low here. Thankfully, ward hopping is a thing, as Zoe tries to get the Rune Mage, trying to get right in the face of Malzahar. It's gonna do a pretty good chunk of damage, even though she missed.
Bisharp did actually use his flash there, so a little, you know, that's something to note for when Amumu is now topside. He's going to come back to lane and have to focus on that. Turkmaster still not level 6, so Rune Mage has to play, really, really carefully, because at any moment you can just immediately get hit up with a Nether Grasp, and you're basically dead at that point with how little health you have.
Well, he doesn't have flash, so at least he's comfortable knowing that. Well, unless he doesn't know, but then he's just, oh.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell when they don't have flash because the Hextech flash is still up, so.
Oh.
On the Zoe, at least.
Oh, I was talking about the Malzahar.
Oh. Okay,
So Malzahar can't, like, you know, flash ult. That's
Ooh.
what I was talking about.
Trying to get some of that leap strike damage because he was tanking turret just for a little bit there as the Gnar, but I like this ward deep into the lane and Bisharp though.
We're actually going to see Bishop go in on Gnar. He's going to do a ton of damage immediately. He's just waiting for his Q to come back up. It's only a matter of time. There's the kill.
Yeah, he needed to, I think he needed to do a, you know, throw the boomerang so he can get Mega Gnar and get that health and even land maybe a stun, but Bisharp is not going to get a kill, so
honestly,
yeah, maybe even up the lane a little bit. Give him some gold.
Yeah, if he went Mega there, I almost think he could have killed Bishop because he had his ult too. An easy stun and an easy ult that could go into a stun as well with following up with a rock. That does do a lot more damage than people think.
Definitely. So, might possibly see. I mean, looks like Complicated is possibly going to be going for the lethality. It might be a little bit too early to tell, as I mean, double longsword is not too much of a telltale sign.
Oh, what is Bishop doing? He's just walking under tower. He is going to get the stun down, but now he's ignited and already really low, and Directed Camera's just going to leave. Okay. I'm going to assume that he probably jumped over the wall using the blast cone to his safety.
He's really lucky that the blast cone is there to begin with, because if that's not there, he's kind of screwed and he has to use the ward hop. I'm more interested to see where this Jungle 2v2 is gonna happen. When Twerk Master and Rune Mage are gonna kind of fight each other, and you know the Amumu and Twitch are gonna also be there in fights, because if the Amumu can successfully lock out and get rid of the Twitch in fights, then it makes this team fight a whole lot easier.
Yeah, that's very true, but yet again, we are going to see Amumu miss. He's going to flash in to use that ultimate, going to secure the kill, but actually, if I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like that was a lot used for not much gained, as we are going to see Dens land a pretty nice hook onto that cap, but nothing much is going to happen there as we circle up the top lane to see some trading going down. But like I was saying, I feel like that was just not enough really to... I don't know, because when you think about it, that's Amumu's flash, Amumu's ult, and Malzahal's ult, all for the Zo kill, when they really didn't need that much.
Yeah, I mean, also the application of CC was a little bit off. He was still getting hit up, but oh
yeah,
no.
But we are gonna see My Ash's Trash coming in bot lane, gonna try to get right on to that Caitlyn, but there is a lantern in front of her. She's not gonna take it, actually. She's taking a ton of damage. Varus might be able to get the kill. He is going to secure it with a flash. Now they're going on to Varus, but the Dens is gonna land a beautiful hook right in his face. No problems at all. Gonna ignite him and get that free kill.
That was pretty sloppy. I mean,
that was
the
a
Ignite
little
was already coming down. There's more than likely going to die. Captain getting really greedy for the kill, but I mean, that's double sums. That's both sums for both AD carries going down. Yeah, definitely Captain got a little too greedy for the kill and ends up paying the price for it.
Yeah, you don't want to get greedy with a Thresh because they'll just hook you. But we're going to see Bishop try to engage on the Mystic. Here comes Chaz out of the brush of nowhere, is going to just melt away that mini Gnar.
Yeah,
not afraid of nothing.
Yikes. Something to note though is that yes, they did end up blowing double. I mean, the Amumu did blow ult and flash, but it did help, you know, balance the lane just a little bit, as Twerk did end up getting an assist, and also comes back from about a 30 CS deficit that he was already at against the Rune Mage.
Oh, they're gonna go drag, but Amumu is really low. Oh wow, Den's actually landed that.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's not in vision, and he's gonna get hit up with a couple of slows here. He doesn't have any backup though, and thankfully the enemy mid laner on the side of Illumination doesn't actually move forward, because if they pincer them there, it's almost impossible for Varus to get out.
Yeah, but it looks like Chaz is going in mid lane. He's gonna get rid of that spell immune, but Twerkmaster just gonna flash backwards to save his life.
That headshot was half of Mistress Illaoi's health bar.
That is Caitlyn for you.
That was pretty disgusting. So
I heard you wanted health.
Oh yikes! Missed the cannon. Whee! Right now, there's a very large lack of damage. Doesn't have the Oblivion Orb yet on the Brand. Doesn't have the Hunting guys yet. Still is sitting on the Frostfang, but that CS lead is growing for Grim Lobo right now.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna look at the other CS. It doesn't look like anyone really has a lead, but the Dens is going to get trapped by Captain's ult. Here comes the rest of the damage, I guess, but really nothing else is gonna go down.
Not a lot of damage, and you're trading it onto the support, so you're gonna be missing, you know, a lot of damage there. And now Bisharp went a little bit too far. He's gonna be able to take a lot of damage for the boomerang toss.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a brain moment where I forgot what. Wow! Here comes the ace in the hole. Mistress Illaoi not gonna be able to block it. But wow, what a crazy bandage toss that is going to lead into the Zoe's death. No escape for her, as she's just CC trained to death.
And also blows the flash there. When you're using portal jump, you're not going to be able to get too far, as you will go back to where you originally landed. And
but now Chaz is back in the top lane. He is just going to pop really everything, putting out that spray and pray so she can finish off that kill. He's basically farming, but now we're going to see...
No ultimates to CC though.
Yeah. There's no ultimates though. I don't think they can catch up to her, I'm going to be honest.
Well, yeah, no, in general, they just didn't have any CC left in them, and they're going to get this first turret now on the side for Illumination. Great job from them. I love this camping of the Gnar. I mean, Gnar, especially after the mini Gnar does go down, and with Mystic, Pink, 0, and 3, this really does neutralize it. And using the Ignite there, while Bisharp was under turret and had already basically secured the kill, really takes away from a lot of the 1v1 potential. Going for something like a Black Cleaver, if you take a look at their team, you don't need too much of the Black Cleaver because really who on this team for Illumination is going to be going tank? Maybe Dens. Bisharp is going to maybe build into a little bit of armor, maybe a Ninja Tabbies, but you want to be looking for stuff that's going to help you trade. So the Bilgewater Cutlass going right into the Bork is something that's really good. Even stuff like I've seen a little bit of Rage Blade. It's not amazingly popular. You can maybe also go for something like a Frozen Mallet. Helps you slow, and in melee matchups like this where it's a Jax, you can really abuse the slow on it.
But we are going to see Mystic rotate to mid lane. He might be looking for that sweet gank, as we are going to see a flash bandit shot come in, followed by the nether grasp, locking down the Zill yet again, securing that easy kill.
Yeah, no flash, so can't really get out of that. And this is, I mean, great job from Ash's Trash. They're able to focus the immobile mage mid lane, and Chaz is simply focusing his efforts top lane. Good for him, and Chaz is waiting in stealth.
Oh, he is gonna go in, popping his spring pick instantly, but the bandit charge comes out, followed by the curse of the sad mummy, and it's just gonna lock him down enough. See, and that is what I agree with. They didn't burn all their CC in that first fight against Zoe because they didn't need to, and because of that, they could lock down Twitch when he came in and just secure that kill.
Yeah, something I like personally is also, there's a little bit of synergy that we see between the Amumu and Malzahar. Mumu's passive ends up giving, whenever he auto-attacks someone, he applies Curse, which then ends up making it so that they take 10% true damage from a magic damage they take. So ganking this Malzahar and applying that curse stack really does help. And actually, ooh,
wow, we are going to see a Bandisaurus miss from Amumu, kind of messing up that gank attempt he wanted. But now he is going to continue to
crying
chase
to death, boys.
Yeah, he's just going to try to cry. But now Jax is doing a pretty crazy amount of damage, as there's no real.
Doesn't matter.
But
Aftershock is broken, boys.
Bisharp cannot stand up. He can't stand up against the combined damage.
Aftershockery, like that is actually such a disgusting, like, ooh, they don't actually have vision of this.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if Gnar would have gotten Mega there, I feel like he might have ended up dying what am I talking about? My Ash's Trash would have ended up dying because there's that moment where he needs to turn and he's not auto-attacking.
He also can't apply hyper, so it does allow for maybe a little bit of misstep. But great job from them. They're able to get the kill onto Bisharp, and now they're going to be looking to contest the dragon. It is a Cloud Drake, so battle of the Cloud Drakes, I guess.
Best Drake.
I swear, if you say that is the best Drake, we're gonna have some problems. That is. I mean, Ocean Drake is arguably an even more useless Drake, but again, we are an equal opportunity Drake organization here. All Drakes are good. All Drakes lives matter.
Yeah, let's go with that. Well, I'm gonna be honest. My Ash's Trash is getting real, but he actually did walk into the sleepy bubble. But was it just a trap? We'll never really know. As the fight engages and a pyroclasm comes out, just soaking away their health as the CC train of OwO just makes its magic work. The real question, though, is can they keep this up as the game goes on? But we are going to see the Rune Mage get caught out a little bit there.
Yeah, you do not want to fight there. That is, you're basically asking for GG at 20. You're giving a really good amount of damage. He's using the Triforce top lane. Bisharp is going to get another turret top lane, but you're giving such great ability for OwO to fight in this team. It's really awkward to say OwO every time, but I mean,
Same.
Ashes Trash is able to get the Curse of the Sad Mummy ultimate down. Captain Complicated, he's able to get Chain of Corruption down as well, a huge AoE CC, and we saw the Pyroclasm coming out from Mistress Illaoi. Not able to do too much, but when you just gather in such a small huddle, you're giving OwO such a large potential to just completely wipe you in team fights.
That's very true. And, well, I don't know if it was actually calculated for the My Ashes Trash to walk into that Sleepy Trouble bubble so they didn't engage the fight. It still worked out in their favor at the end, but it does look like they want this Rift Herald.
I notice that they're contesting it, so...
Yeah, I thought they wanted it, but it looks like they actually decided to back off. I'd say that's a safe play. I mean, they're already down in turrets. They don't want to risk giving to them something like that. But I feel like Twerkmaster here is being a little too confident.
You got the cleanse. What are they going to do? They're going to put you to sleep? Just kidding, you get cleansed, nerd.
Oh, he does have cleanse. I didn't even notice that. Because, he has that natural spell shield that I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's... there actually is a bug with Malzahar's spell shield where if you have Serrated Dirk on something like Zed, the Serrated Dirk passive ends up both popping the spell shield.
Here comes My Ashes Trash, but he is going to miss and then get denied by the box. The hook coming out, but now here comes the Varus. He's going to do a ton of damage. Captain absolutely popping up as My Ashes Trash is going to prove that he's also trash at dodging skills.
Nice. Wait, he didn't even dodge a skill shot. It was a
I know.
trap.
It was just something sitting there, so that's even worse.
Yeah, I don't like the combo that we're seeing from Captain Complicated. As soon as he throws down the Chain of Corruption, he's immediately throwing the Blighted Quiver, and you're not allowing the Blight stacks to charge up to get all the way up to 3, so you do more damage.
Oh, but they do know this is coming. They think they stayed a little too long, though. Pyroclasm coming out, doing a good amount of damage. Actually, it didn't really do anything, but Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to lock down that Grim and send him back to the grave.
Okay, so real question. Is it really Curse of the Sad Mummy when in that skin it's a big smiley face?
Listen, I'm just reading the name. I'm not saying Curse of the Party. Actually, you know what? Fuck you, I am.
Oh, Jesus. Great job from Mistress Illaoi on the brand. Did end up landing a 5-stack Pyroclasm, so we got all 5 bounces off and provided a lot of teamfight damage. They do now finally get the standing gold that is this bot lane turret, evening somewhat trying to even up the turrets from 3 to 2. Still behind a little bit in gold, but only about 900, so just shy of 1,000. Slowly getting back in, and yikes, dude. I mean, just your Amumu. There's like, it's got to be a headache when you see a tank Amumu who's 5-0 and 6, and you see like the enemy Malzahar who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, is literally just a press R and win game, kind of like a Syndra where it's the interactive gameplay button. And he's 2-0 and 5. You have a Zoe who should be harassing him and like poking him out of lane, and this is like, I mean, for right now, OwO is trying to look like, this is going to be a pretty good idea.
I don't want to.
Oh my God! Wait, hold up. That is actually a W max.
Oh wow! Zoe is barely going to make it out of there as she got caught in the nether grass. What I was gonna say though is, well, I don't want to flame this Amumu or anything. He's been missing a lot of skill shots that could save lives.
I mean, he's 0-5 and 6. He's got to be doing something right. He's purposefully missing them so that he can get the.
He's throwing the enemy off guard. I like the strategy. You know what? Trick the enemy to make them think you're trash, but you're actually a god. I love it.
I call it the Blitzcrank theory, where you either land all of the hooks early, and then late game you're basically useless because you land literally none of them. You're a glorified Thresh bot, and or you land none of them early game. You make it as hard as possible for your AD carry to do anything, and then late game you land all of the hooks. And everyone's like, oh my God, Blitz God, oh!
You're a god! But now Twerkmaster is in trouble! No, he's
not. But his whole team is backing off doing the wave?
Yeah, that's confusion. Can we get a question mark? in the game, please?
Yeah, I'm throwing some Mias. I mean,
I'd like to
they
throw
were
some
trying to just set up
now.
and be careful. So look at his disrespect. Look at this. The Amumu's just straight up like, "Hey, put me to sleep. I dare you. Instantly,
Do
I'll
it.
kill you. Facts. You don't even have
Do
to
it.
flash."
I don't
I
know
love
who
the
has Thorn
disrespect.
Mail.
But one thing I am noticing from Illumination is that their rotations are pretty. I wouldn't even say it's rotations, but their macro plays doing very well for them right now. They are 4-3 in turrets, and they've taken both side lanes outer turrets. They're basically knocking on inhibs right now, and it seems like OwO is just lagging behind when it comes to the macro. They're not grabbing any turrets. They're rotating when they know that there's a large amount of people waiting to take, a turret that's on the opposite side of the map, so they're not able to rotate it. When you don't have TP, it makes stopping turret takes across the map really difficult.
Ooh, but we're gonna see Twerk get engaged on by Bishop here. But now here comes another grass. I think it was a little early though, because it looked like he wanted him to be under turret. It does look. Was that a pyroclasm?
That is a pyroclasm coming out
That
for
was
2 minions.
Attempt
All right,
to.
and double flash, by the way, from Twerkmaster and from Mistress Illaoi.
Listen, the minions were worth it, okay? They were big trouble, big enemies.
Uh-oh.
But Bishop is gonna get caught out! Just barely!
How long is that counter strike?
Oh my god, he might die! Oh, the flash is going and the ignite! I don't know if that was... I don't know if that was worth a flash, but you know what? You do you, my man.
Yeah, there's some definitely interesting things going with this game. I mean, the Zoe with the W max first. We see the Thresh with the Lantern max first. There's some pretty interesting things going on right now. But I told you the Ignite was gonna be important at one point in this game. Gives him that solo pressure, and boom, he gets the kill onto Bisharp. Bisharp already picking up the Essence Reaver. I mean, I guess this makes his 1v1 just that more potent. He picks up the ult and he can just spam Leap Strike and Counter Strike, completely destroying you in these 1v1s.
I think Thresh's ult makes me laugh the most because of what it's called.
It's just the box.
It's just the box. Wow, my Hedge's trash just walks in all their face like, yeah, you can poke me, I don't care.
You're 5-0-6, you're about to build a Gargoyle Stone Plate on a Mumu third item. You already have your Cinder Hulk, you have your Thorn Mail, like, I'm pretty sure you can just walk in front of any... Look at that! Look at the complete disrespect from this guy. This guy's legendary. Look at that, just straight up takes to sleep.
It's just
what are you gonna do?
in front of that hook. Wait, what is this redemption going down though? As it looks like, oh, but now here comes my Ash's trash. Curse of the Sad Mummy gonna land on all three of them, followed by the Pyroclasm, which is just going to decimate health. But now here comes Chaz. He's in the back line. He's trying to kill them, but he just can't pop off the damage enough. He flashes back. He's running away. Will he ever make it? No one knows. They're actually looking.
I'm pretty sure he makes it.
No, he's gonna make it, but it's funny.
Pyroclasm was really good there. The engage as well from OwO was spectacular. Obviously, not spectacular. At 750 gold goes over to the... well, actually, wait, that's pretty good for OwO. My Ash's trash finally, all the shutdown gold finally goes down. A moment of silence as the blue buffs wearing luau's and, swimming shorts, they're going to be taken down. Rest in peace for the good-looking dudes.
Don't give a moment of silence.
What are you talking about? They're good. There's some good-looking dudes.
No, you stop that. I am going to bring up the fact that I feel like if Bisharp was in that fight, Illumination would have just, beaten the crap out of all of them because of the fact that Chaz was able to get behind them.
Yeah, if they had set that up a little bit more optimally, Bisharp and Chaz would have been able to pretty easily and swiftly clean up the rest of that fight. So the next objective is going to be a Baron. The next dragon is coming up within 2.5, I think 3 minutes. It is going to be an Ocean Drake, so...
hey, look, it's your other favorite dragon, as we're going to see the Rune Mage sleep this Gnar. Is going to miss the bubble. Here comes the hook.
Disrespects the hook.
Yep.
No. That time was running away. Showing a little bit of respect.
Total disrespect.
I think a lot of these fights, again, are going to have to come down to how Chaz positions just how much damage
Wait
he's
a minute.
down.
We're watching My Ash's trash come in. He's not afraid of nothing. He doesn't care. There goes the bandage taunt. It's going to land, followed by the curse of the sad mummy. Now everyone's just engaging onto this guy. Nether grass going onto that Twitch is going to absolutely dominate Chaz. Nothing you can do about that. And now My Ash's trash is just taking this turn damage. He doesn't care. No! For the kill!
Oh, bye-bye. GG. Goodbye.
Oh, but there goes
their turret take.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble as the Rune Mage does Rune Mage things and just one-shots the Varus. Well, not one-shot, but, you know, finishes him off.
Great job from My Ash's trash finding the flank there. Wasn't actually warded by the side of elimination, so couldn't see the Amumu coming, but does end up landing a large amount of CC, and Chaz actually isn't able to get the flank that he wants, and immediately gets blown up with a Nether Grasp, and with Captain Complicated immediately turning onto him, completely blowing him up, and he's not able to actually get out. Again, these team fights from OwO are doing them a massive amount of favors, but there's just slight errors like the Varus getting picked out there that don't net them a large enough positive. Yes, they are putting down and making sure that that elimination are behind, but we have to take a look at the lanes right now. I mean, it's about a 70 CS lead for Bisharp in the top lane. Bot lane right now, Captain Complicated is about to get Flamed Horizon. He's about 80 or so CS down, and that is pretty huge, almost 100 CS up, and he is going to be lacking in items because of this. Chain of Corruption misses in that last fight. So, again, yes, these team fights are going amazingly and in the favor of OwO, but just slight things that they, messed up earlier, or just what they're doing now is coming to, hurt them now. So they are going to have to try and clean up their macro a little bit and hopefully even close out this game against elimination.
Here's the thing, right? It's oh wow, but actually you are going to see a fight go down. Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to absolutely just stun them all. A nice chain of corruption, though. All
right, I'm just going to keep flaming these guys, because every time I'm like, oh yeah, these guys, they're doing not too bad. They're doing kind of bad. Boom, they immediately just get an amazing fight.
Every time you flame them, they suddenly turn it around. But now, one thing I was going to point out that Bisharp has been doing really well, that he's currently doing right now, is that he is split pushing like crazy. And while these guys may be getting objectives, Bisharp is getting their turrets. And that's now an inhib turret that's below half health.
It's all about the TP advantage. He's not able to... The Mystic Pink on the Snar, he's not able to answer any of the roams from Bisharp. He's not able to answer without being absent in team fights. So, as OwO, you have to kind of recognize, you only have two options. You really only have two options, which are either A, the Gnar comes in team fights with us, and we just try to get rid of, try to force the enemy base, or we send the Gnar off to go 1v1 Bisharp, and we miss a large part of our damage, whether it becomes, the Gnar wall-up, or even the Gnar ultimate landing. It makes it really difficult for them to choose. And apparently they're choosing to take these team fights, and yes, it is making a numbers advantage where it's a 4v5 constantly. Bisharp is trying to level that out with getting a lot of these turrets, but with no outers, it makes it really hard to push down such a long lane.
Yeah, that's just the thing, is because they aren't sending anyone to stop Bisharp, they're having a hard time push these lanes out because they have to keep going to respond to him. I'd say most times, almost immediately after a fight, they've had to go respond to him immediately because he's taking one of their turrets. And we're watching him right now move up that top lane and go to the inhib. I feel like it's just at the point that they gotta... Wow, but actually a flash is coming down from My Ash's trash, leading into the bandage toss to the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Gonna pick up those 2 picks for them, and now I think they're gonna do exactly what you said and try to force the base from Bisharp. Suddenly it feels more like a base race is going down as...
they do have Baron, and you have the Malzahar minions.
Yeah, OwO is going onto the base.
Complicated might go down here.
Ooh, the Ignite is going to finish off Complicated.
Base race.
And now Chaz is here too. They are going for this base. They're trying to do as much as they can. But now another Sleepy Trouble Bubble is going to be able to finish, well, actually make it so that guy can get finished. But now Twitch is dead too. Bishop
They can
is
do
trying
this. They
so
have
hard
minions.
to do
They
it.
have a large amount of minions, and it's
Oh,
only
this
Thresh
is
up.
the race. No, there's no way, Bishop. You can't win. It's too late. As the Nexus is now already at half, it is going down. GG for OwO. I don't know. I love fucking.
Ooh, I did. Oh my god, they actually did it. Elimination, first, first place team, but still being taken down by a team that only has one win, and now they can say that they have doubled their win rate automatically. They've gone from 1 to 2 wins. They take down the number 1 team, and Elimination Valiant looking very, very weak. If they're,
Dude.
they're going down to teams that are either newly made or just kind of not doing amazingly.
That's gotta feel great for them, taking down the
Mhm.
number 1 team. Could you imagine? I'd feel like a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, we saw already Minior. They were able to take down the elimination. I mean, they were able to take down the best team, and when you show performances like this, I'm really worried for their playoff performances. Obviously, there's always that chance that yes, they might be trolling. I mean, they've already secured. They're more than likely already secured their spot in playoffs, but with performances like this, it might be it's a little bit worrying for playoffs for us as the people who are casting the games. So
I feel
again,
like a better option